Dear students, welcome you all for the 8th and 9th session of the second chapter of Financial Management 2, 6th semester Mangalore University. So in this session, we are going to discuss another illustration on computation of working capital requirement. So my presentation for this session is, firstly we will discuss the illustration, then we will discuss the solution. So this is the illustration. X Limited is presently operating at 60% level, producing 30,000 units and proposes to increase its capacity utilization in the coming year by 50% over the existing level of production. That means they are using just 60% and that is 30%. So over the years they are going to increase their production by 50% over the existing level of production. Then the following data has been supplied. So unit cost structure of the product at current level. So they are giving the details of all the expenses, that is raw material, wages, overheads, then fixed overhead, then profit also they are given, then selling price. Then raw material will remain in store for 1 month. Then material will remain in process, that is work in progress. Then suppliers grant 3 months credit. Then finished goods remain in godown for 1 month. Then debtors are allowed credit for 2 months. Then average time lag in wages and overhead payment is 1 month, so that is delay in payment of wages and overhead. Then prepare a statement showing working capital requirement at the new level, assuming that minimum cash balance of 19,500 has to be maintained. So minimum cash balance is 19,500, so that has to be maintained. Now let's analyze this problem in detail. So before working out the solution, see here, first of all, there is an increase in the production. So for that we have to calculate first. How much units is the increase? So 60% is the production level, that is 30,000. 50% is the increase. So 30,000 into 50% means it is 15,000. So 15,000 plus 30,000, total units of production is 45,000. So that is the total units. Okay. Then cost structure is given. See, here there is a fixed overhead and variable overhead. So you have to remember fixed cost will remain fixed irrespective of increase in the production. Okay, so this will not increase. Okay, only variable overhead will increase along with the increase in the production units. So what we have to do is, okay, we have to calculate what is the total overhead, because fixed cost will remain fixed but these will increase, so that we have to calculate secondly. Then thirdly, what you have to do is, see, we have to calculate the debtors on cost of goods sold. Okay, now they have given the details of all the cost, profit also they have given. Now this is, we cannot directly calculate because there is an increase in the variable cost will increase. So for that we have to prepare the cost sheet, or we have to prepare the statement of income, where we have to take the total sales minus total overheads, then total fixed cost, then we will get the operating profit. So if you minus that operating profit, we will get the cost of goods sold. So this is the thing that we have to do. Three things we have to do here. So let's do that first, then we can easily calculate the working capital requirement. So let's go to the next slide. So first of all, let us calculate the estimated output, because there is an increase in the output. So let's calculate. So calculation of estimated output. So existing output is, how much? 30,000 units. So there is an increase. So there is increase how much? So we have to add here. Increase in output. So how much is the increase in the output? That is 50%. So that is 3 lakh 30,000 into 50%. So how much is the value? It is 15,000. So total output is 45,000 units. So these are our units. Okay, Now first thing is over. Next what we have to do is calculation of total overheads. So when we calculate the total overheads, it includes fixed cost and also variable cost. Let's take the first one, fixed, because it will remain fixed. Fixed overhead per unit is how much? Let's go to the problem now here. So fixed overhead is 1. So 1 for which? 1 for existing unit, that is 30,000. So remember, it is not for 45,000. 45,000 is after they are planning to increase. Okay, before that their selling price was 12, out of which fixed overhead is 1 rupees. So 1 rupee into 30,000 we have to calculate. Okay, let's do that. So 30,000 into 1, that's 30,000. Next one is variable overhead. So total variable overhead is how much? Let's go to the problem. See here, variable overhead is for 30,000 it is 2, right? 30,000 it is 2. So for 45,000 is how much? We have to calculate, because as the production varies, your variable cost also will vary. So here total units of production is 45,000. So let's write that. So 45,000 into 2. So total 90,000. Therefore total overhead is how much? It is 90 plus 30. So 1,20,000 is the total overhead. So that we have calculated. Now let's prepare the statement of income in the next slide. So total sales is how much? So sales is 45,000 units into what is the selling price they have given? It is 12. So how much is the total sales? So 45,000 into 12, 5,40,000. Then what we have to add? We have to add variable cost. So variable overhead. So what are the variable overheads? That is raw material. Let's write down raw material, then wages, then variable overhead. See, all these costs are given in the problem. Can easily find out here. So variable overhead 2, then raw material it is 4, then wages it is 2. So let's write all the variable overheads. So raw material, it is how much is the projected unit? 45,000 into how much? It is 4. Then wages, it is 45,000 into 2. Then variable overhead, it is 45,000 into 2. So raw material 45,000 into 4, that is 1,20,000. Then wages 45,000 into 2, that is 90,000. Then variable overhead also 90,000. So total variable overheads are 3,60,000. Okay, so what we get after deducting variable cost is your contribution. So how much is the contribution? 1,80,000. Okay, then if you minus fixed cost less fixed overhead, so what you will get? You will get the operating profit. So fixed overhead is, we have already found out, it is 30,000. So operating profit is 1 lakh minus it, 1,50,000. So we have found out the operating profit, that is 1,50,000. Now in the next slide we will prepare the statement of working capital. So statement of working capital requirement, the first one is A, current assets. So what are the current assets? First one is stock of inventory or inventory. So in inventory, first one is A, raw material. And how to calculate? So take the production units, that is 45,000 into selling price is 12. Sorry, selling price need not be taken. Raw material price they have given. How much is the price? 4. 4 is the raw material price. Then into how many months in stock? 1 divided by 12, 1 month. So you will get the raw material stock, that is 15,000. Then so how to calculate work in progress? So work in progress should be calculated on raw material, then direct wages, then direct overheads. So everything is there in the problem. So we have to take one by one. Raw material, it's there above, raw material. So how to calculate? So calculation, take the total units of production, 45,000. So what is the price of the raw material? It is 4. Then what is the production is in process? So production is in process for how many months? It is there in the problem here. So material will remain in process for further 1 month. Okay, so that is the production process. So into 1 divided by labor. Sorry, not labor here, it is wages as given in the problem. So here one thing you have to remember, work in progress, raw material is always 100%. For wages and for direct overhead it is 50-50. If it is given in the problem, we have to take as it is what is given in the problem. So here also it is not given in the problem. Percentage should be taken for work in progress. So we will take 50%. So now what is the direct wages? Direct wages cost, you can see the cost sheet here once again. Direct wages is 2. So 2 into 1 divided by 12 is the process. 1,750. Then next one is overheads. So overheads, again calculate that. See how we have calculated here. So we have calculated by using the units and plus the price of it, raw material, then wages, then overhead. Sorry, not this one. So calculation total overhead, fixed overhead per unit, that is 30,000 into 1, 30,000. We have taken the price also. Then total overhead, variable overhead 45,000 into 2. So we have calculated 30 plus 90. So total is 1,90,000. So total is 1,20,000. So 1,20,000 into, directly we can write the So how much is the value? $750. Okay. Then C. Yes, finished goods should be calculated on the cost of goods sold. Okay, cost of goods sold. Since information is given, we have already found out the operating profit, that is 1,50,000. So how to find out the cost of goods sold now? So cost of goods sold is very simple to find. Okay, you take the sales, that is 5,40,000 is the total sales, minus the profit, deduct the profit. So 1,50,000. So when you minus 5,40,000 with 1,50,000, you will get how much? 3. So cost of goods sold is equal to 5,40,000, that is the total sales, minus profit. Okay, how much? Or how many months it will remain in finished goods. So inventory is over. Next one is debtors. So how to calculate debtors? Again, debtors is calculated on cost of goods sold. We have already found out cost of goods sold, that is 3,90,000. So 3,90,000 into how much is the credit period given? It is 2 divided by 12, 2 months credit. So total is how much? It is 65,000. So any other assets? Look at the problem. Any other raw material will remain in store. Raw material is over. Material will remain process over. Supplies grant. So these creditors finish. So total current assets. So is there any current liability? Yes, definitely. Creditors are there. We have just seen now. Creditors. So how to calculate creditors? Again, take the total number of units produced into what is the creditors period. So creditors are calculated on raw material. So how much is the price of raw material? It is 4 into credit period is given is 3 months. So 3 divided by 12. So 3 months into total months, that is 12 months. So how much is the creditors? It is so lag in means delay, outstanding payments. So wages is how much? So wages, you will get the value. So how much it is? 7,000. So how much it is? 7,500. 500. Overheads. So how much is the overhead? So we have already calculated total overheads here. Go back. So total overhead is 1,20,000. So lag in payment of overheads is, so 1,20,000 So that is 1,55,750